Parliament is discussing the budget proposal for this year, which envisages a revenue of 114.9 billion kuna and expenditure of 122.4 billion. This means that the deficit will be 7.5 billion kuna or 2.2% of GDP. If the 6 non-budgetary funds and local governments are taken into account, the overall deficit climbs to 9.2 billion kuna or 2.7% of GDP. Presenting the budget, Prime Minister Tihomir Orešković said that it came at a difficult moment for Croatia because of the problems that had been accumulating for years, and that this year would be crucial. The Moodys International Credit Rating Agency has downgraded the credit rating of the Croatian Bank for Reconstruction and Development and maintained a negative outlook. This downgrade is a result of Croatia's large and increasing debt burden and its weak medium-term economic growth prospects, which derive from low investment, structural rigidities and a bottleneck in the absorption of EU funds. There was a heated discussion at this morning's session of the Parliamentary Committee for War Veterans. After yesterday's session was interrupted, it was a surprise when the committee was called to session again today. The SDP's Nenad Stazic asked why the session had been called when nothing had changed since yesterday and Croatia still didn't have a Veterans Affairs Minister, to which the committee's head, Miodrag Demo, answered that in the meantime the committee had received guarantees that the new minister would be named this afternoon. Retired General Tomislav Medved has confirmed his candidacy for Veterans Affairs Minister. A former member of the Tigers 1st Guards Brigade of the Croatian Army and president of a War Veterans Association, he has said that he expects an official proposal from the Patriotic Coalition and an invitation from the Prime Minister for an interview. Speaking on Croatian radio this morning, member of the Parliamentary Committee for War Veterans, Željko Dilber, commented on Tomislav Medved's candidacy. He said that Medved was a serious candidate for Veterans Affairs Minister, but that a final decision had still not been made. The heir to the British throne, Prince Charles, and his wife Camilla, the Duchess of Cornwall, are on the second and final day of their visit to Croatia. Today they'll be in Osijek, Đakovo and in the Kopački Rit Nature Park. This evening they will return to Zagreb to celebrate the 70th anniversary of the British Council in Croatia. Over recent weeks, the price of crude oil on world markets has risen, which is having an effect on fuel prices in Croatia. The price of diesel and petrol at petrol stations this morning was at least 20 lipa a litre more expensive. Sport, and at the ATP tournament in Indian Wells, California, Croatia's top tennis player Marin Cilic defeated Argentina's Leonardo Maya 6-4, 6-3 in the third round. He faces Frenchman Richard Gasquet next. Borna Coric was defeated by Thomas Berdych of the Czech Republic. And the basketball semi-finals of the ABA League get underway in Belgrade today. Cedevita plays Partizan at 6:45 p.m. This afternoon's forecast calls for moderate to heavily overcast weather. Rain is expected in most inland regions and along the southern Adriatic coast, with sleet and snow in the mountains. On the coast, a northeasterly Bura wind will again strengthen, which will be strong along the northern coast and especially in the Velebit Channel. On the central Adriatic coast, there will still be a northwesterly and westerly wind, with a southwesterly and southerly wind on the southern coast. Highest daily temperatures will be between 3 and 8 degrees Celsius inland, between 10 and 15 degrees on the coast. Similar temperatures are expected for Wednesday, but from Thursday it should be sunnier and significantly warmer, especially on Friday. There'll be rain in places and sleet during the night and early morning in mountainous regions. On the coast there'll be rain in places on Wednesday and especially in Dalmatia. From Thursday it'll be mainly dry and sunny with higher temperatures. The northeasterly Bura wind on the northern coast will continue to be strong on Wednesday, while along the central and southern coast there'll be an easterly and southeasterly Yugo wind. In the second half of the week there'll be a westerly and northwesterly.